Malcolm's third week at the farm started with a conversation he didn't expect. Esther called him downstairs early that morning. She wasn't yelling, but her tone was firm, the kind that made it clear something had already gone wrong. She stood in the middle of the room, arms crossed, purple hair slightly messy. "Malcolm," she said, "we need to talk." Malcolm leaned against the wall, trying to look unbothered. "What did I do?" Esther didn't react right away. "You left the group yesterday, you ran off at the mall, you put yourself in danger." Malcolm shrugged. "I came back." "That's not the point." She paused, then spoke more calmly. "You could have gotten hurt. You could have gotten lost. Or worse." Malcolm didn't respond. "So here's what's happening," Esther continued. "You're on probation for 2 weeks." Malcolm almost laughed. "Probation, I'm an adult. It still applies here." That was the end of the argument. "No trips, no outings, no park, no mall," Esther said. "You can go to the grocery store with staff, and that's it." Malcolm shook his head slightly. "This is ridiculous." "It's structure," she replied. "And you're sick," she added. "I'm fine." "You're coughing." He coughed again, proving her point. "You're staying inside," she said. Malcolm didn't argue. "You'll also be here with Tim today," Esther added. That caught his attention. "Why?" "We're working on something with him," she said. "It's not something you need to worry about." That answer only made Malcolm more curious. Later that morning, Malcolm sat on the couch wrapped in a blanket, half sick and irritated. The rest of the house was busy. Everyone was getting ready to go to the park. Malcolm watched them from inside, feeling left out more than he expected. That's when he noticed Keith. Pete and Jesse were helping him near the door, adjusting something around his body. It was a harness, not a leash, not anything like that, but something secure around his chest and shoulders, with a strap attached for guidance. Malcolm frowned. "What is that for?" Jesse glanced over. "He wanders. We don't want him ending up in the road." Keith stood calmly, smiling slightly, completely unbothered by it. That part stuck with Malcolm. One by one, the group headed out the door. It felt like a field trip, and Malcolm wasn't invited. Pete paused briefly near him. "Could have been you out there," he said. Then he left, and the house went quiet. Malcolm stayed on the couch, flipping through channels, trying not to think about it. After a while, he noticed something, a smell. Not strong, but different. He sat up and looked down the hallway. That's when he saw Tim. Tim ran out of the bathroom quickly, almost like he didn't want to be seen. For a moment, Malcolm wasn't sure what he was looking at. Then he realized there was something under Tim's clothes, bulky and padded, and it didn't look dry. Malcolm froze slightly. Was Tim wearing a diaper? And why would he be walking around like that? He didn't say anything, he just watched Tim disappear down the hallway. Curiosity took over. Malcolm stood up and walked to the bathroom. He stepped inside slowly. Everything looked normal at first. Then he opened a cabinet. Inside were stacks of adult diapers, neatly organized, more than he expected. Malcolm stared at them, trying to process what he was seeing. He laughed quietly, more out of confusion than anything else. "This place," he muttered. Then he closed the cabinet and walked out. Later, Malcolm sat in the backyard for some fresh air. A van pulled up. The door opened and a small cat jumped out. Someone called out that her name was Cupcake. The cat moved quickly, exploring the yard. Everyone who was nearby tried to get its attention. Dee Dee crouched down with candy in her mouth, calling to it. The cat ignored her completely. Jesse tried talking to it, going on about politics. The cat walked away from him too. Then it approached Malcolm, sat near him, calm, like it had chosen him. Malcolm blinked. "Of course," he said quietly. After a moment, Esther stepped outside. She looked at Malcolm. "You should be resting." "It's still early," he said. "You're sick." "It's sunny." "And you're still sick," she replied. There wasn't much more to say. Malcolm went back inside. The next thing he knew, he was being woken up. "Dinner," Esther said. Malcolm looked at the clock. 4:30. "That's not dinner," he said. "It is here." He sat down at the table. The food was simple: fried chicken, vegetables. He didn't expect much, but it was good. He ate everything. Esther noticed. "Good job," she said. Malcolm stiffened slightly. "I'm an adult." "I know," she replied. She didn't push it. After dinner, Malcolm went back to the couch and turned on the TV. The Drew Carey show played in the background. Something familiar, something normal. From down the hall, he could hear voices. Esther speaking quietly to someone. She mentioned that Tim wasn't ready yet, that they would have to try again later. Malcolm didn't fully understand what that meant, but he didn't ask. He sat there, watching TV, thinking. About Keith and the harness, about Tim running from the bathroom, and about the diapers, about the rules, about the structure of the place. It didn't make sense, but at the same time, he didn't leave. That was this week at Funny Farm. I'm learning as I go, and every episode gets a little better. But I'm starting to need better equipment to keep this going the way I want. If you've been enjoying this, even a little, please check out my Patreon. Plans start at just $3, and if you can't pay, that's okay. You can still follow along. I'm going to be posting extra content, behind-the-scenes stuff, and more episodes there. Thank you for watching, seriously. And I'll see you in the next episode.